And when last we left our heroes, um, they were discussing what to do next. Having gotten information from Nahulia on the astral scene.
So I feel like the next logical step would be finding like security stuff like cameras, etc.
Yeah, which I can definitely do. I've just held off on that stuff because that's the riskiest to do. So I wanted to make sure that we had a good plan for what exactly we wanted before we went into that.
Well, there's a couple of things. One, we could go ahead and hackify the host and see what we get that way. Or we could try and use Boomhilda's significant. You have pilot air, right? Old man?
Yeah, I do.
I could slave or give you 3 marks on Boomhilda's fly spies and allow you to use those because they are only 2,000 nuyen and way cheaper.
Yeah, I'll admit I might have chosen poorly in setting up my recon thing here with one expensive fly spy, but
I mean, it'll be good if you needed to do stuff, but if you're worried about it costing you your rent, it's a different problem.
yeah, we can do that.
Sure. And I have autosofts to back them up. So I'll probably use those to get it into position and then let him fly it.
Can I just load up your autosofts on my RCC? Because then I can just run them on there. Or I guess you just have them running anyways. Can we like back and forth them, or?
I don't see why not.
Oh boy, getting complex on me.
Yeah, a little bit.
Cool.
I assume you throw more than 9 dice for a pilot aircraft.
I throw 14.
Okay, yeah. Just yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to build up my sneak a little bit here. It's my current leveling priority.
We should probably still just give this an hour or so just to kind of kill some time before 15 minutes after one fly spy is checked, having a second one show up is gonna be weird.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Do you guys want to try mingling with any of the guests in the hotel that you're in?
I'm currently in the room, so I could easily just go downstairs and go to like the bar or something.
Just chill out and see if you overhear anything people talking about.
Exactly.
Give it a.
Go ahead.
Was there anything interesting on the upcoming events?
There is a regatta next weekend. There is the grand opening of this the weekend after.
Ooh.
I have no idea how to spell regatta. With an E.
Regatta, I believe.
I wanted to spell it like the cheese. That is not correct.
Yeah. So actually what Venom will do is he will shut down his cyber deck, like completely turn it off and leave it in his hotel room, and just switch to using his Hermes icon, and go down to the hotel bar.
Okay.
And not run silent while he does that, because that would be weird.
Yep, that would be very weird. What is your lifestyle?
My lifestyle is high.
Okay. these drinks are near the top end of your normal price range.
Hmm. I'll get gin and tonic.
And that'll soak to
And
lifestyle.
huh?
And you can totally lifestyle soak a G&T.
Cool. And are there any like people in this bar other than like me and the bartender?
It is full of people discussing golf and sailing.
Okay. I'll just kind of listen in to the nearest conversation to me while I'm drinking my first drink. I'm not going to do anything like overtly weird immediately off. Just kind of sit back and relax.
Okay. Roll me etiquette at +3. You look like just another guy. You look like just another person having a drink.
3 successes.
Yep, you totally look like that.
Yep, I sit there, enjoy the drink. Do you want audio perception?
If you think there's anything to learn from that, you're welcome to roll audio perception.
Okay. Four hits.
Well, it sounds like somebody is talking deeply about the advantages to sailing in a broad beam reach with their new fore and aft Gibbs, and somebody wants to replace the boom.
Okay. Can I use my security tactics knowledge skill to see if I see anyone in this room that looks like they're acting more in a security sense rather than an actual guest?
Certainly.
Four successes.
Cool. There are a couple of people who look to be bodyguards more than guests, and there is a uniformed security person who is in an alcove mostly out of sight.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of, is he like talking to anyone right now, or is he just by himself?
He is by himself, looking around and then looking back at a wall. There's probably a view screen there that's out of your sight.
Okay. I'm going to just kind of keep an eye on him and continue enjoying my drink. I'm not sure I see anyone in here that's worth like risking like asking questions to. It seems like it's mostly golfers and people of that sort. And I think we just lost our GM.
Technical difficulties music. Yay.
Maybe.
Yep.
You heard the give me a visual perception, right?
No, I did not.
Okay. That would explain why it didn't hit the table yet. Yes, my internet is the comm craps, and so occasionally it craps out on me mid-word.
Yep. No, you actually like dropped out for a second. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So 3 successes.
And now give me a memory chest. Threshold 1.
Oh crap. Key. Oh, there we go.
Logic willpower.
Five successes.
You recognize a man from your matrix search who was the project manager.
Oh,
He is
cool.
drinking alone.
What's his name?
He is Mr. Jordan Care.
Okay. You see, I didn't know that I had picked him up earlier with my matrix search.
He was in an interview that got glossed over until you actually saw him.
Ah, cool. All right. Well, with that, so is he like the project manager for like the whole plant, or do I know what project he's like involved with?
He is the project manager for the construction of the plant.
Okay. Yeah. So Venom will go over and be like, "Hey, you look like you could use another drink."
Frag off, I'm busy.
No problem. I was just gonna offer you a free drink and some conversation, but that's fine.
Okay. Have a nice day.
Oh, you too, sir.
Don't call me
But
sir.
I couldn't. Well, yeah, I swear I know you from somewhere. That's actually one of the main reasons I came over here.
News. Worst decision I made this month.
Oh, can you remind me what story it was?
It was about work. Desalination thing.
Ah,
Took all afternoon. Guys got behind.
well, that's pretty cool. I don't know. Would you be interested in talking about it for a bit? Or I know you're really busy, but I'd like to. I wouldn't mind hearing about your work.
Nah, I'm feeling salty. Go away.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't know. I'm actually. I actually do a little. I actually do a little bit of. Uh, I think they call it blogging these days. And I would love to pay for a quick interview if maybe that would make you willing to talk to me.
How much?
Well, would 100 million be worth a half hour of your time?
And drinks.
Oh, well, of course, sir. I mean,
Okay.
Mr. Care.
Okay, sit down. What's your first question?
Ben will sit down and Ben will be like, all right, so as a project manager for such a big construction project like this, what would you say some of the biggest challenges that you faced are? What would you say they are? And Venom will pull out his notepad and paper and actually start taking physical notes.
Lackadaisical workers.
Oh, really? That must be a problem. Just like a lack of work ethic, or is there something more going on there?
Yeah. Can't get these elves to work like orcs. They keep complaining things are too heavy. Tell them they're the standard weight.
Yeah, no, that would definitely make that would definitely make a lot of sense. And so this new desalinization plant, I hear it's state of the art. What do you want to tell me a bit about some of the keener design elements? I mean, of course, all the things that you'd be willing to share. Nothing that's like a corp secret or anything.
NDA, no comment.
Oh, very well. And
Your blog was?
huh?
What did you say your blog was?
Oh, it's the freedom of truth dot wordpress.org.
Roll me con.
I'm thinking that Venom is going to very quickly try. He can't do that actually. So yeah, I'll roll con.
Okay.
Like the addition of WordPress.
GM, I'm going to pre-edge this.
Okay.
Not half bad considering my pool there.
Okay. He obviously makes a note to check this out later.
Okay. We'll make sure to create that website later with back articles, all plagiarized, of course. So yeah. So is this the biggest profile job that you've been involved with? Venom's going to like actively try and back away from the sensitive topics for a couple of questions.
Okay. No, biggest one was I was assistant manager on the latest arcology.
Oh, which one is that again?
That would be Poseidon 4.
Oh yeah, I think I've read about that. And while Venom is saying that, he's going to do a quick matrix search just through his connection with his comlink without like looking at it to just get a couple of minor details about it that you can mention.
Okay. Yep. It takes you,
This is a threshold 1, by the way.
Yep. Those are what, 30-second space?
Yep. So this would be 15 seconds. Since I had 1 extra hit.
Yep. So he is looking at you as you take a moment. All right. So what else did you want
Yeah.
to know? Paid for half an hour. It's maybe
Yep.
5 minutes. He finishes his whiskey as he says that, enters the glass upside down, gesturing to the
Uh,
waitress.
yep. Benham will slide the waitress the cred for the next drink and say, well, well, anyway, back to my questions. I definitely don't want to be wasting your time here. So can so I know you mentioned that there's an NDA, so we won't get into any of that. But can you tell me about the working conditions for your crew?
Well, now it's all pansy work. The caisson crews are good done. We got the vents in early. Everything's good to go downstairs. It's just finishing up all of the control systems.
Oh, really? Uh, those control systems would be the things that control the actual desalinization process. That type of thing.
In general terms, yes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And could you actually go into a little more the actual like science of desalinization? Like not like the specific details, but just the basic like theory of how you remove the salt from the water.
Okay, this is a reverse osmosis plant. You take water with salt in it, you put a membrane on it, the water can go through, and the salt can't. You let the water seep through the membrane and with osmosis, and you're done. Okay.
That makes sense. So I'm guessing it. I'm guessing essentially the way this building works then is it sucks up a bunch of water from its good vantage point right on the coast and sucks it through some pipes and does this process and then spits it out again into the containers for the water. So like water bottles, that type of thing.
Well, this one's feeding into the municipal supply and stuff, so kinda, except with more pipes.
Oh yeah, that makes absolute sense. Now I just have a couple of questions to wrap up. Uh, so I guess the first thing is what's left for you to do?
What's left to do? Finish those up, seal up the pipes, final inspection, gamma check them.
And when is the plant supposed to be fully operational?
Week after
I think
next is grand opening.
yeah. Do you feel that you'll be ready in time?
Should be ready for work up at appropriate time. That's NDA though, so you print that. I won't
Oh.
have to do stuff.
Oh well,
I
of course. Don't worry. There's definitely uh, journalistic ethics here. Anything you tell me not to print will obviously not be printed. So the very last thing is just more of a general thing. Do you have any advice for our young Seattleites out there? If they maybe eventually want to pursue a career like yours, any advice
Yeah,
or information?
yeah. Learn how to well before you get the bachelor's science in business.
All right. With that, thank you very much for your time. Here's your cred. And as I promised, the rest of the half hour, I know I'm cutting it short, but the rest of the half hour, feel free to order drinks on my tab. And thank you for your time.
Phantom, roll me edge.
I mean, I'm leaving like maybe at most 200 million as the tab. So
Yeah,
if he
he's pushing
goes
it right up to
way
that
up,
limit.
that's fine. I can afford 300 million.
I figured you could.
Yep.
But it's also he's pushing it right to that limit and frowns when they tell him he has hit that limit.
It's okay. I will be long gone by that point. Because I assume that conversation was like 10 minutes and I leave after that and I go immediately upstairs and bullshit a WordPress site with as many plagiarized BuzzFeed articles as I could possibly make in that time.
Well, considering that BuzzFeed is dead, killed by the 2 crashes.
All right, you know what I mean. The 6th world equivalent of
Clickbait.
BuzzFeed. Clickbait type
clickbait.
things.
Okay.
Yep. Do you want to roll for that, or are you going to assume competence?
I would like an edit file to put this all together.
Six successes.
Okay, you have managed to put together a fairly credible clickbait site. It may actually even be, important and get real hits. You know what I mean?
All right, yeah. Then I'll definitely do that. And I'm going to do my clickbait site hosting through Neonet.
Okay, got it.
All right. Venom's going to hang out in the hotel room for a bit, but he's going to tell the group what he learned, which actually I think was actually a decent amount.
Okay.
So guys, so the thing that I noticed that he mentioned was the fact that they still have to seal up the pipes, and that hasn't been done yet. And it's very likely with the amount of water that they would have to pull into this place that those pipes are relatively big. So what I'm thinking is that gives a perfect infiltration angle for this next team if we can somehow scout those out with like maybe an underwater drone or something like that, because that would give an underwater entrance into this plant. What do you guys think?
I think it's definitely worth looking into.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with underwater drones is signal strength. So.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely would have to either run a fiber optic cable or just put it on autopilot and have it go, which has its own risks. But I mean, it's definitely something we could at least note in our file. Whether they follow up on it or not would be up to them, you know?
It's not a terrible idea. I admit it was something we were considering doing anyway.
Thing is, we need to buy one.
There's that sporting goods place that I mentioned earlier. We could stop by, maybe get a dry suit, a little rebreather, give it at least a little look. How illegal is it to just scuba dive here?
Um, scuba diving without a license.
Well,
It's the same as any other recreation without a license, like fishing,
okay, so we can go
which
get
you've
some.
now been doing for several hours.
Yeah, no, it's about time to head back in. Old man's getting a little sunburnt.
He's half Amerindian. He's kind of brown as it is.
He's getting well done. But yeah, no. Do you guys want to go and get some scuba gear and to check it out, or um, can you do one of those magic-y things to look under there? And I got a thing.
A thing? Ooh,
Yeah, I'm gonna roll that thing that I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna roll a couple
Sounds
of
kind of
things.
menacing.
Imagine that. Fuck you. That's better.
All right. So what are you industrial mechanicking for?
So, the plan is to take the size of the plant, the information we have thus far on what its expected output and that kind of stuff is, cross-reference that with some googling of their just like basic production stuff. Throw that all into the Boomhilda Mathometer 100 and come up with an idea on how big these pipes are to pull in as much water to make everything go. Does that make
Rough. Okay.
like how big of a
So they're going to need a total GPM in the 25,000 range.
$25,000
Yeah,
I was wondering
roughly
why the fuck you had a
25,000.
16 pool for math.
gallons per minute, I believe that means.
Yep.
Um, yo, Boomhilda is super smart, all right? You do not even know.
Hey, if you can work that math skill, feel free.
um, can I extrapolate on how much oomph that would like? I have a nautical mechanic.
Okay, industrial mechanic with that many hits, and engineering tells you that's about an Olympic swimming pool a minute.
It was more the idea of, is this going to be a one tube in thing? Is this going to be a multi-tube suction thing? Is this going to be
It could be run multiple ways, but probably multiple tubes, and I will give you multiple tubes as the official answer considering all of that. Because with a single intake that large, you would get noticeable tidal effect.
you would ruin everything.
And well, you'd ruin everything. You'd pull in so much silt and so on.
Yeah. What kind of? Because there's a couple of mini sleds and that kind of thing as far as underwater transportation stuff. Recommendations on a vehicle to make that happen safely?
To make what happen?
To get down and in these tubes.
Based on your nautical mechanic, they would have very close to the entrance, if not in front of the entrance, a inch by inch screen to keep out passing marine life, because Those make mess when they hit the pump and impeller pump.
Right. Still have to can I get a list of recommended equipment to get around the normal things to get in there?
The underwater modified builders, they would have said
I don't need
non.
an actual list, just so that I can write down a list of recommended equipment on the
Yes, you would have that.
okay. List of recommended underwater gear. Do you want to have a water spirit check to see if there's anything going on from that mage in there, like water spirits or anything? And you might be muted or asleep.
Oh, sorry, I was literally staring at a wall zoned out. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Do you want to say if you could send a water spirit or something into the water out here and see if it sees anything from that mage you spotted or the mage's aura you spotted earlier?
Sure. I'll give it another summon to go. So I'm gonna summon another Force 5. I am comfortable with that level of success.
All right. And you have 3 net hits for 3 services. And soak me 2 drain, please. Venom, what kinds of underwater security stuff might exist there? At the most basic level, you have the electric barrier where they put up low energy electric current to discourage fish from passing by.
Okay.
All the way up through, well, there could be continuity sensors embedded into the grates.
Oh, so like if someone like cuts through the grate, it would set off the alarm.
Yep.
That type of thing. Okay.
All right, so I can use the.
Considering
Go ahead, sorry.
this is new, high cost, critical infrastructure, that wouldn't even be all that out of place. And so, what are you guys doing now? I see a spirit roll.
Well,
I am going to use the first service on that spirit to just have it do a little look around underwater, not like right next to the facility, but that general area to see if there are any other astral presences that match the signature of the one that made the ward and the little watcher.
So, a remote service.
Sure. I mean, yeah, okay.
It heads out and it looks around and reports back that there's more spirits underwater than there were above ground.
All right. And those also match that astral signature?
They do. Mostly. There is a second signature.
All right, in that case, I'm going to go and I'm going to take a peek at those spirits from a distance, like not getting too close, so it's not super obvious that I'm casing the joint, but so should I just give it a sensing roll for that?
You're casing the joint, or
I
is
get
this for your spirit?
well, if it was a remote service, then I had to get rid of the spirit after I used it.
Yep.
So that would be gone. I'm gonna go astrally, but I'm going to keep my distance. Like I'm gonna get just close enough that I can see the spirits and sense them, and then leave again.
Okay. That is going to be fairly close underwater. This is not entirely safe, but it is not horrendously dangerous. Are you sure you want to continue?
I will. Before I do that, then I will summon another water spirit because stupid extended services. To conceal me, just so it's less likely that they notice me.
Okay. Go ahead and do that.
I feel like this one is going to fail, but I don't want to use my last edge just in case.
Yeah, you get nothing.
That's all right. I'll give it another go.
Also, I just noticed on your sheet that you're computer illiterate.
Yeah, I am not good with the whole technology.
Okay. Have you added any of the things to the notes?
I have. Would you like me to change them so they look
No.
stupider?
No, we will cover that at the end. I'm just double checking if I have to check for that.
All right.
Wow, 6 net hits.
All right. This guy
Don't
is
you wish you
coming
had
with
time to bind?
time, money, lots of those things.
Yeah, all of those things.
So yeah, I will get it to use its conceal power on both me and it. I will go to the absolute maximum range to see these spirits, and I will sense
Okay.
them, and then I will immediately leave.
Okay. So roll me a sensing, please. Woof. So the first astral signature is the one you already have. The second one is Force 4. And is aspected to Hermetic magic.
All right. How many are down here?
How many are down there? There are 4 spirits on the second one.
Would you like me to roll for each of them individually?
They are identical, other than
Okay.
there being 2 sets there, so we're hand waving a bunch of stuff. There's 2 of each. There's 2 spirits with each signature. They are all water spirits. The first one is also aspected Hermetic.
Cool. So that is 1 Force 5 Watcher and 4 Force 4 Hermetic Water Spirits, to
Yep.
be clear.
Yes.
Okay, and like I said, at this point I will pop out again, and I'll inform the team that underwater there are 4 more spirits. Not super strong spirits, but I mean, that's still 4 bound spirits keeping watch over this place.
Yeah, that might be a problem. Luckily, it's not our problem.
Nope, it is not our problem.
I'm about to get crazy here.
Okay.
I'm excited and terrified.
Your hotel room, do you guys have? Do you have a view of the place where the ward is?
GM, do we?
You are overlooking the other side of. You are overlooking where there are nice, pristine views. There is not, a new industrial facility going up in your view.
Apparently, we do not.
However, you did confirm that there are 7 intakes while you were down there.
All right, here's where we're gonna get crazy. You said you had a roto drone, right? As he's muted.
I do.
So Boomhilda's idea at the moment, since their hotel room is not on the right side of the building, is to buy a Quicksilver camera, take off the. What's that?
The hotel room's on the wrong side of the building.
Right. To buy a Quicksilver camera, take off the super illegal stuff off of the roto drone, and attach the camera, and go get a picture of this mage's astral signature based on the ward around the building.
Sounds like a good idea.
Get a picture of the mages. What? Sorry.
Yeah, having it not have the gun's probably a good idea.
So Boomhilda is going to be a Quicksilver camera. They are availability for 2,500 new yens.
All right. I mean, we should probably just all go in on that, or at least take it off as much of it off the advance as we can, I guess.
Well, I plan on keeping the camera after this, unless somebody else wants to keep one.
Yeah, I suppose you can keep it, and we can just mount it on my drone.
Yeah, I'll just take it off the drone after we're done. Unless, of course, it blows up, in which case, that's a different set of problems.
Well, then I'm out 20,000 new yen. So.
Oh no, we're gonna take the gun off of it. We're gonna take. I don't know what else we're gonna take. Oh, what else you got on this thing?
I've got the 12 armor, but I think it's kind of hard to strip off. Plus, it's only restricted, so that should be fine.
Well, at the current, my investment in this is only 2,500 new yen. Unless we have another day, in which case we could come back out fishing again in the morning, and we could use the camera then. But I'm kind of fuzzy on the.
I'm pretty sure our timetable was a day.
Yeah.
From the meeting.
Yeah, we probably need to get this done today. And I'm pretty sure we can strip and refit my drone in that time. So.
How many automotive mechanics dice do you have, or flying dice? The aeronautics. There it is. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy the camera.
I've got 10.
All right. Yeah, we can teamwork this then. I have 11.
I find it funny that the samurai is better at fixing.
Samurai's better at math than she is at weapons.
I have 20 dice and guns. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay. I was misreading your sheet, I guess.
Cyber arms do weird things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Do you want us to actually roll out unmounting his thing and mounting a camera on it, or no?
Unmounting and mounting that. Trying to do it on a deadline. You have that many dice.
He has.
Throwing that in my head. Average average is going to be
I mean, if you want to go ahead and just throw your 10 and we'll
2
see how that
tests.
works, and we'll.
Average is going to be 2 tests. It's going to take you 3 hours. It's going to be evening when you're done with this all.
Yeah, and I don't imagine taking pictures of shit on the astral. It matters how dark it is outside, so we can do this in
Nope,
the middle of the
not
night.
on the astral.
Nighttime's better, anyways.
Yeah. So yeah, no, we'll hang out. We'll go get some soy noodles, or I'm sorry, some real noodles. And Old Timer and Boomhilda will spend the night playing with a fancy camera. Do you guys have anything else you want to do over the night, or you feel like we've wrapped most of this up?
I mean, the last thing that Venom really has to do is the actual hacking of the main host, and he can do that whenever you guys would like. But it kind of makes sense to me to do that at the same time you guys are doing the drone stuff, just so I can quickly respond if it gets noticed.
Okay.
I mean, what do you guys think? But that kind of makes sense to me.
I think it would be. I don't know if this is viable or not. It'd be nice to get like a visual look at some of like the underwater stuff. But I assume they have cameras on that, and if you can get in the host, we can probably get those images off of their cameras, which would just work out.
Okay. So
Yeah,
would you
we don't
like
have
me to do that?
layout. We don't
first?
have any information that would just let them be like, okay, we know where stuff is.
Yeah, I mean that's the eventual plan. It's just when you guys would like me to actually do that. So
The other thing you could do is, instead of hacking the host, you could hack that dude's comlink.
now that is a good idea.
Yeah, well, that's what Logic Gate will get you.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean Venom's worse at hacking comlinks, but he can still do it. So
Well, the comlink will likely have significantly less potential dice.
yeah, that's true too. So yeah, GM, I'm gonna roll Matrix Perception to find his comlink.
And let's see your dice.
Exactly the same.
Your agent has been as good or better than you most of the night. Can we just replace Venom with his agent?
Tom the Creed did it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, you totally find his comm. You have a couple of questions.
Okay. Rating of the comlink.
7.
And firewall.
7.
Okay. How many more questions?
You have one more question.
What is it? Does it have a sleaze rate? Does his persona have a sleaze rating?
No.
There we go. All right. I'm going to hack on the fly as comlink. That's the agent assist. Six successes.
Okay. You have successfully got your mark.
Okay. I'm going to do a matrix search through his files. And I'm going to look for any files related to the construction, floor plans, that kind of stuff.
Oh. So that
9 successes limited down to 6.
you have found said things. You have found specifically floor plans, construction plan, and in process checklist as far as relevant files.
Okay. So how many separate files is that?
That is 3 separate files.
All right, I'm going to do matrix perception on all 3. One at a time. I'm just going to smack them out real quick.
Okay.
4, 6, and 4.
Okay. So you have 4, 6, and 4 questions on these files.
Okay. For each of the files, are they data bombed?
No, none of them are data bombed.
For each of the files, are they encrypted?
Yes, yes, and yes.
For each of the files, what is their encryption rating?
For final floor plan 7, for in progress 6, and for checklist 6.
So let me make sure I got that right. Floor plans was 7, in progress was 6, and checklist was 6?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to do a crack file on, this is an attack action, so it's going to give it away after the first one.
Yes, it would.
Crap. Okay. I'm going to change my programs around. I'm going to replace wrapper with fork.
Okay.
I'm going to get rid of stealth and put on one of the data processing. Is it decryption? Yeah, decryption. I'm going to replace stealth with decryption. That's 2 programs I'm changing, fork now and decrypt.
What are you changing for fork?
So I wrote it on the thing, but I removed wrapper and put fork in, and removed stealth and put decrypt in. All good. And so that boosts my attack up to 8.
So, can you like clean us up?
Yeah, I really don't like messing with Roll20 if I can help it because I'm not very good at using it. So, yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
That's your correct current setup, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Let me just, yeah. All right, yeah. So that everything's right there. 7, 5, 6, 6. All right. I have an idea. I think that the checklist in progress will give about the same level of information. What do you guys think? Opinions?
I don't feel like we should. I'm sorry. Did you already crack it, or did I space on that?
I have not cracked it yet, and so if yeah,
Don't. If we just give a list of the interesting information, like the file names on the com link and like his com code number, so that they can find it, I feel like that would be enough. Given as we
okay,
just had a less than smooth conversation with him alongside some other
okay,
things. I don't want to raise too many like if we had more time, sure, but we don't really have more time.
okay. All right, yeah, then all right. I'm Venom's willing to step aside, and so he will do that. He will list the com code and the file names, and yeah, and reboot his deck.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
I could have totally just avoided all that.
Well, it's still information that we got, and
Yeah, I know.
it's things that we would have went for if it was not a
Yeah,
danger to
It
the
wasn't
mission.
just a recon job.
Yeah, I need to get myself into like this is just a recon job. I keep thinking in terms of like, oh well, we'll need this information when we go in. We're not doing that. So yeah, got it.
Yes, but it is directing you towards the sort of thing that, a real team would want.
Yep, exactly. Okay, so yeah, I passed that information along. But this means I'll still have to hack the host if we want to actually like see through cameras and stuff, depending on how important you guys think that is. But I think that's probably a necessary thing.
Yeah, I don't really think we have a whole lot of anything else we need to do. Take the astral camera picture, send that along.
Yeah, I think we're about done.
And then I think call it a day.
Okay. So you guys would not like me to hack their host then?
I mean, if we could get just a quick matrix perception and maybe nail down where some of the cameras are on the building, I feel like that's enough. But
okay. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm not really sure what the level of detail we need, so I'm gonna. I'll be more than happy to just follow the group consensus on that.
unless other people are more than happy to contribute.
Yeah.
Well, we could.
Actually, I think this is probably a point where I should roll a composure for my thrill seeker, maybe.
Yeah, that does seem appropriate about now.
Yep. I pass. It's a threshold 2.
Yep. Yep. No problem. So you are not compelled to hack this host by wanting the challenge.
Yep. Okay. So in that case, yeah, I'm gonna do matrix. I'm gonna do a matrix perception to look for cameras, security devices, running wireless weapons, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
That's just the agent assist.
Yep. And you're still limited to the.
Yep, still limited to 5.
Yep.
I
Would
mean,
you like
limited to
to,
6 in that case.
Yep. Would you like to push the limit?
Yeah, I suppose I should for this roll, and we're wrapping it up, and I still have edge left, so yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Uh, 10 total successes.
All right. You have 16 servo cameras mounted at about 15
hold
meter.
on, GM. Let me get ready to write this down. Okay, go ahead.
15 servo cameras roughly 5 meters apart, ringing the main entrance.
Okay.
You can see there are 22 smart guns currently active. You know, you managed to catch a blip of code of keep alive code from a drone, indicating that there are more.
Okay.
And there are 200 or 300 devices which are related to the function of this plant, or which are tool devices with wireless functionality.
Okay. Can Venom spend? Can Venom do an extended test to try and catalog most of these devices, like to specific functions?
Sure can.
I'm not gonna have my matrix help with that just because that would be annoying. But I'll just do a matrix perception extended test. Yeah, I'll do it in. I assume I'm in my hotel room right now, so I'll just drop into BR Hot and do it. So.
Okay. And in Hot Sim, I'm gonna have the time that I was gonna tell you. So you're looking for 10 hits to catalog all of them, and
Okay.
it is a time 30-second test.
Okay. Okay. I do it in a minute and 30 seconds, approximately.
Yep. There's a whole bunch of stuff relating to installing optical cable.
Okay. Can I do the same thing with the smart guns to determine gun types?
They are identical.
Okay. What type of gun are they?
They are the Colt Inceptions from earlier.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Okay. What is the device rating of the servo cameras?
They are device rating 3.
All right. Okay. I think that pretty much covers that. I guess the last thing that Venom is going to do is he's going to use his for like once he's like pretty sure he's done for the night, he's going to lay down and he's going to do his profiler on the person he talked to earlier, and compile that dossier and pass it along with the information.
Okay, got it.
So I'll roll that out if you want to switch to other people for a bit.
Does anybody else have things left to do? Yes, we have the drone piloting around.
Yep.
All right, let's hear how you guys are gonna get this astral camera going on.
Well, we have mounted it, and since it's on Oldtimer's thingy, he gets to be the one to fly it.
Road, so yeah, it should be good. It's not like the stealthiest drone, but I guess it's not. It's a small. I think it's small size. Actually, I think it might be. Pretty sure the MCT rotor drone's medium. I'll have a check.
Medium.
Yep.
Oh well. We don't have to go too close.
Nah, and it's got all of the highly illegal stuff pulled off of it, and only just the one questionable thing on it.
Yeah, should be okay. So I guess we have to get on the ferry and go to the island, or I guess I could send it over the bay, but that sounds kind of, I don't know, a little risky. Suppose it doesn't matter.
Well, it flies, so I guess not that
Yeah,
big
it
of a deal.
should be fine.
Do you have an actual vehicle you could just drive by and do that kind of stuff?
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, color.
Doesn't have to be that serious.
Yeah, I guess I'll just roll pilot to get it there. Or do I even really need to?
Yes, please roll me that and Venom. He's a very naughty boy.
Okay.
He has proclivities best left off camera.
Got it. Yeah, and so typically I would also be able to find information like home address, jobs that he's worked at, all that kind of stuff as well.
Yep, he's
assuming it's available
construction
in the
manager
matrix.
for. Yep, you have all of that detail for it.
Okay, perfect.
That should be fine.
All right.
Sneaking now, just to go unseen as I kind of flit it around and take the pictures.
Yep, you are a sneak.
Well, that was my pilot roll. I haven't rolled the actual sneaking yet.
Oh,
Actually, I'm going to pre-edge that.
okay.
So apologies, my brain's going kind of fuzzy. Just adds, I forget, is it a specific amount of dice when you do that, or is it reliant on the existing pool?
When you do which,
Pre-edge.
you add your edge stat and give it exploding dice by adding an exclamation point.
Okay. Should be fine. All right, so I just begin taking the pictures.
Yep, you're totally me to get good pictures.
Okay, if I got those, I'll just fly right on back.
Yep.
And then I feel like that's it.
If you guys are ready to hand this to the Johnson, yes, that would be it.
Anybody else got anything?
You
We never got any underwater pictures, did we? We just got above water.
Do we have the pictures noted on the document? I should probably put those down.
not
Yeah.
yet. And I did ask for an EWAR roll to get good pictures because that determines quality.
Wait, which roll again?
Electronics warfare.
Electronic warfare.
Okay.
And sensor operation definitely applies.
What are you flying back for? Oh, that's the wrong flying back. EWAR?
Yep, you get good pictures.
Yep, that is electronic warfare.
I bet you are still unseen.
Okay, yeah, I rolled the flying back early, but I guess I could just roll that again.
No, we're just gonna count that you got the one hit I needed. You didn't crash it.
Cool. Okay, I guess that's done then. We'll just refit my drone and move on to whatever we have left.
So, I'm going to guess that you contact the Johnson to get this removed from escrow so that you can, spend this money.
Money,
Yep.
money, money.
And we obviously pass the documents over.
Yep.
I mean, Venom would probably.
Photography's noted yet. Let me find this. What do I say for that? I'm trying to figure out like what the appropriate just astral photography.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Venom would do a couple of Venom would do some editing of the file to like turn it into like a proper report style, outlining like
Three-page
organized,
paragraph.
3-page paragraphs, that kind of things, with relevant figures in the appendix, all that stuff. And I'll roll an edit file if you'd like me to do that.
What was that camera called again, by the way?
It's a Quicksilver camera.
All right, I'll just making sure I note that.
Yeah. That'll lead to Boomhilda's
Limited to 6.
Okay, you have done the thing, Venom. So, you contact the Johnson and get back a good. So, is this the sort of thing that you all would be happy to take on as your pre-run intelligence?
I mean, Venom would say, to be honest, have never even gotten something nearly this detailed before a run. So yes, I would gladly take it.
And with this, you'd be ready to run instantly?
There will be a certain, and she'll kind of highlight the recommended gear stuff. There will be certain purchases that a team, if they wanted to go this way, would need to make. Whether or not you wish to pre-acquire that gear or acquire a team with enough time that they might need to acquire some of the specialty items, that will definitely influence whether or not they are ready to go right away.
Noted. So, sounds like you've made your money. He releases that from escrow.
Thank you. Can you remind me how much that was? I think it was 5,000 each.
Yep.
Or 4,000, somewhere around there.
It was an additional 4,000 and 1,000 in pre-run.
Yep.
For run expenses. So,
fancy camera.
Enough to cover most people's rent, but...
How much in total are we receiving again? Sorry, I'm just trying to add that together.
Just a quick, easy 5,000 million and a.
That's practically wage slave work. Jeez, flying around
for one
doing
night.
nothing.
For one night, you have made a middle.
Not the pay, not the pay. I'm just saying we didn't. No one got shot. No one even could have got shot. Jeez.
I mean, if you want to get shot, I could shoot you, but.
But you'd probably not walk away.
Never lived in the Barrens. He can find someone to shoot him. Don't worry.
Does anyone remember? Do taxes come out of everything after expenses or out of the whole payday?
Whole payday.
Everything.
Taxes gotta hurt, man.
I mean, I have a corporal mid, so they already really hurt.
Yeah, taxes gotta hurt, man. And for helping save this next team quite a bit of time, hassle, and heartache, as well as potentially getting shot and not killing anybody, you're going to get 4 karma. And everybody was here on time for an impromptu with very tight and annoying technical issues. And that is worth an additional 1 karma.
Sweet. And I'm gonna work for the people for for 4 of that 5K. I'll put it in the Discord.
Thank you.